G'day folks, I'm Rick Hollis. This is a Marshall 1960A speaker cab, and this is a Marshall 1960 AV speaker cab. What's the difference, and more importantly, how do they compare in sound? Let's find out. And that was the sounds of the Marshall 1960A and 1960 AV cabs. These cabs are almost identical, with the difference being that the standard 1960A cab comes loaded with Celestion G12T-75 speakers, while the 1960 AV has Celestion G12 Vintage speakers, which I'm told are debatably almost identical to Celestion Vintage 30 speakers. The A in the name of both cabs means that it's a slant front, as opposed to the straight fronts, which are called 1960B and BV. Some prefer the sound of the straight front B cabs due to the extra low end from the additional mass of the cab, but I prefer the slant front A, as the top speakers are slanted upwards, making it easier to hear when standing up close to it instead of being projected into the folks in the front row. For the demo track, I was playing my Friedman Vintage S guitar, love it, through the really cool Bluguitar Amp 1 Iridium Edition floor amplifier, a 4-channel 100-watt amplifier built into a floorboard unit. These things are fucking great. If you're a touring musician looking for a fly rig and don't want to go digital, you need to check these out. You'll find a couple of interviews with inventor Thomas Blug on my channel where he takes you through the unit, and there are links to those in the description below. Both cabs were mic'd with a Shure SM57 on the edge of the speaker dust cap, straight into a Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 interface. No additional EQ or processing was added to the guitar tracks. The obvious difference in sound to my ears was that the G12 Vintage speakers in the AV cab have much more defined upper mids, bordering on being a little shrill on their own, whereas the G12T-75s in the 1960A cab had more definition in the lower mids, with the upper mids being a lot softer. As you heard, when you combine both speakers, you get the best of both worlds, with each speaker making up for the other speaker's weakness. The sound in the room when I ran both cabs at the same time was very full range. On their own, the 1960 AV is very E, while the 1960A is OR, but together they produce a full range roar. I've since taken 2 speakers out of each and cross-pollinated them, so I have both cabs loaded with G12 Vintage in the bottom and G12 T75s on top, pointed more towards my ears. That way I'll have a matched stereo pair with the full range sound that I like. I'd be interested to hear of any speaker combination you guys have tried in your 4 or 2x12 cabs, so let me know in the comments below, and as usual, don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers guys, see you next time.